What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the reloading room. What's going to be part 2 of sonic cleaning your AR. I have two bolt carrier groups, the Stag, and then which is just a normal bolt carrier group, and then I have this other one which is taken out of my SBR, which is Spike's Tactical. It's their lightweight Nickle Boron, so it's got that special coating. So like I said, both of these bolt carrier groups have been shot with about 100 and 150 rounds maybe. This one I shoot my suppressor with it, so it's maybe a little extra dirty. So what's going to happen, I'm going to take these apart and I'm going to put them in the basket and I'm going to lower it in here and leave it for about 20 minutes. As you can see, I'm a little limited on space, so I'm going to have to do this off camera real quick. I'm also going to throw the charging handles in there, and I'll show you guys the basket real quick so you can kind of see what that stuff looks like, so it's not, you know, too crazy for you. But like I said, so far the Stag looks decent. I haven't seen anything that looks discolored or anything crazy, but if you watch that video, I'll have that all updated in there with the pictures. So yeah, just taking this other bolt carrier group apart real quick. If I can get the gas thing out there. Tie it.
Tie it?
Yep. So here's what this looks like. It's a little ghetto because I picked this Bronson sonic cleaner up from somebody, and the baskets weren't with it, so I bought the Hornady basket cleaner, and kind of just went with that, and I've kind of hung it in there so it's suspended because you don't want it touching the bottom. So we'll get this thing started. Heater's on, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes. So I was just got done. I took the lid off for the bolt carrier groups. They're looking pretty good. They were in here for about 40 minutes. So you can see the liquid's gotten a little bit darker now. This stuff's cleaned up pretty nicely. As you can see, they're pretty hot. You see the steam coming off, but they're pretty hot. So I'm going to end up washing these off, and I'll be sure to put some before and after pictures in, and you can see how clean that thing looks. And the only stuff that I noticed that didn't get too clean was down in these holes where the gas tube comes back in, but that's kind of normal. So I'll take some pictures so you guys can see the end results, but I'm pretty impressed with them so far. So thank you for watching. Down. Down. Right there. Hit this one. What's going on, guys? So I have finished up with my SBR, the 10.5-inch jumper. In some of those pictures you might be able to tell there is a difference between the lower and the upper now in the shades that they are. Maybe it took off some of the bluing, or maybe some of the, just some of the parkerizing. I'm not quite sure. But if you saw in some of the other pictures in where the gas tube is and where the bolt carrier would be, you can tell that there is some flaking going on in there, where I definitely took off some of the parkerizing and the bluing. So that's something definitely to be concerned about. So I had it in the ultrasonic cleaner with the heat on for about 40 minutes, so that was probably too long on my part. But it is what it is, and I don't see any real damage coming from it. It just is something I just need to be cognizant of next time. The other thing is, on some of those pictures you can see for the muzzle brake, the gray area, the gunmetal looking areas, those are what the muzzle brake's supposed to look like, but all the darker stuff is all gunpowder. And I will tell you, I rotated it so only the muzzle brake was into the dip, or the solution, and it was probably in there for close to an hour and a half total time, and it still has those little bits and pieces on it. But it was a lot worse until I left it in there for longer. So I'm sure if I took some time and scraped it off, I could get the rest off. But that's kind of just inconvenience to try and do it for that long. So I think for what I'm finding out so far is, 30 minutes is a good amount of time to get a really good deep clean. Anything longer than that may be excessive, and then the muzzle brakes just aren't going to get that clean. So this was part 2. Stay tuned for part 3. I'm going to try and do a suppressor and possibly a couple pistols, and hopefully we can see some good results there. As always, thanks for watching, guys.